tonight, so may not have Brian. We'll see. Something must have come up. He didn't tell me he wasn't coming. That's not like him. Kind of worried about my boy. Pop on the Telegram, everybody. Tell us where you're from. Where you're calling in from. GA. I think Brian's calling me. Hold on. Be right back, everybody.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate you.
Hey, guys. Sorry about that. Brian had called in from another unusual method, and so he's just one of you guys tonight. He's just hanging out with the folks tonight.
Exactly. My bad.
All right. So we got about 2 minutes after. Keep telling us where you're from, and we will get started here. All right, there we go. Okay, tell me this, Brian. When you see the Zoom, since you are calling in from that method, do I just take up the whole screen?
Yes.
Okay, that's not good.
Yeah.
I don't want you guys seeing my ugly face all night.
You got your face in a big giant mirror. No, it's I can keep it from about right below your chest up.
Right.
That tells you anything.
Now, I was just wondering if I took up the whole screen, like, for all the guests, and I didn't realize they had to go through that torture. But now that I know, I'll feel sorry for you guys all night now. All right, so after, let me push record. Should come out too, so I don't take up the whole screen. All right, let's see here. Just getting ready to record, folks. Hold on.
Recording in progress.
Okay. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Sosana family. Okay, most recent update. This is the information I can give you from the developer side. Jignesh came back. God bless him. He's gone through a death in the family. He had a death in the family. And he's still at work, so we really appreciate his effort. I know he lost somebody special to him. I think it was his cousin. So really feel sorry for him, and I hope you guys, will pray for him. But so basically, he has come back, and the timeline is kind of like this. So basically, what's happening with these audits, and I've never been through an audit before like this, so I didn't know for sure what to expect. But especially with 3 contracts, this isn't just the token contract. It's the token contract's already done, right? Obviously, but you've got the affiliate contract, and then you've got the voting smart contract, right? The voting mechanism. So what they're doing is they're getting feedback from the audit team. They're sending it to them. The first time they send it to them, they get it back from the audit team. You need to fix these little vulnerabilities. They got that fixed. They then, as a result of doing that, had put some new things into the contract, send it back to the audit team. Again, they come back with more feedback. Okay, that's great. What you fixed works, but now you got to fix this and this. So it's just kind of like a work in progress, a back and forth until it's just over, right? So what we're hoping is this Friday they will submit all of the fixes this Friday. So obviously we weren't, we're not launching this week like we'd hoped, but they did say that also, and we've heard this from a lot of people in the Telegram too, from the community and other people, is that they don't want us to launch Thanksgiving week, right? So the goal is, we're thinking in our minds there's just no reason why we wouldn't be ready right after Thanksgiving. So that's what we really believe. We believe the week of December 1st. But here's what that also entails: is we're going to be doing some testing of the live system as well before that. So we'll be doing some live testing, because obviously we've tested it on testnet. Everything works in flying colors. Everything's great. But once the audit comes back, what I love about the audit team is they're very meticulous. They're making sure, they give me a lot of confidence knowing that These guys are professionals. They really know what they're doing. They're going to get it right. And that gives me a good, secure feeling, because I've been reading some of the reports, even though I don't understand half of it, because a lot of it's code related, but some of it I do understand. And I'm saying, wow, I really like the fact that they understand our project, and they're giving us back really good feedback and helping us know what vulnerabilities need to be fixed. And so once the process takes place and it's finished, obviously we're all good to go. So being in the audit process means that they could come back to us Friday or Saturday or Monday, right? The week of the Thanksgiving week, and say, you guys are good to go. That's what we're hoping. If that happens, then we're going to go. I'm going to call out on some leaders, a few leaders in the team, to just test the live system. Go ahead and let them enroll. We can start that 48-hour window for the $99 founder lifetime position anytime we want to. Okay. So we'll be doing some of those testings, making sure that the compensation is working perfectly and that everything is just functioning the way it's supposed to. And then that's it. And so talking to Dave and the devs, we don't see any reason why the week of December 1st, right after Thanksgiving, that we're not blowing and going and rocking and rolling. I mean, we really think it's going to happen. So that's exciting. That doesn't mean it will, though, because what if something comes up and it's like, egg on your face all over again? Well, that's still possible, but I'll take the eggs, I guess. But I really think that I'm feeling real good about it. And I like seeing the process take place. I'm very confident
2 more weeks,
in the
guys.
result.
No biggie.
Once it's all said and done, and once we get everything out there.
It is what it is.
Beautiful back offices. Everything just looks gorgeous and really professional, aesthetically pleasing to the eye. And then it's going to be a process of just adding all the functionalities, digital products and everything that goes into the affiliate system, and everyone going through KYC, going through that process and getting ready for the first vote, nominating tokens. And then we have our big reveal, which would be December 15th, I think. I should have looked at the calendar before the call started. But I think it is. Isn't that right, Brian?
It will be
December.
Yeah,
December 15th would be that Monday. That would be the big reveal. So 7 p.m. Monday should be our very first reveal. We're the very first token that we purchase. The rewards will go out. Exciting time. So that's what we're looking at. And then, of course, that would move the next election right after it. But here's the thing, going into Christmas. But here's I want to start tomorrow based on what I know. Because I got to thinking yesterday, I was like, I was kind of silly to just stop the opportunity calls, because I think when we stopped doing opportunity calls, people decided, let's just wait for updates, and everybody started sitting on their hands. This is like the best time. I mean, think of it this way. With our token around 20 cents and change, whatever it is, I haven't even looked at it today. I don't know what it is, but it's somewhere around, I guess I should look. I'm going to talk about it. Something like 21 cents or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, you see Bitcoin just came back up a little bit.
The market's kind of starting to rebound. We're seeing a little rally, right?
Pretty cool.
But let me check here. Okay, so you guys, this is the way I think of it, right? After, like, when we actually launch and people are coming in and they're becoming paid members, the 99 founder positions, and then eventually it goes up to 149 to 249, depending on, as an affiliate, how you join, whether it's the basic membership or the premium. Most people are going to want the premium because everything that's in it. But so right now and in the beginning is when you can earn the most Sosana tokens. I want you to just realize that. The cheaper the price, the more tokens you can earn, right? Because you're not getting paid in dollars, you're getting paid in Sosana tokens. So right now, Sosana is around 20 cents, which means $99. If you do the math on that, let me just do a calculator real quick.
Yeah,
$99.
You'll get $20, right?
But that's 495 tokens at 20% alone. Just 20%. There's 495 Sosana tokens that you can earn. I think, is that right? Or no? Is that
No,
that's the whole number? I'm sorry.
Yeah. So if you got 20% of the 99, you got $20. It's 100 Sosana tokens.
You'd get 100 Sosana tokens right now just for a small. We're talking about lowest price lifetime $99 membership, right? So I want you guys to be thinking about, you could be positioning people who, people getting people, not just your people, but people getting people in those 3 levels, gives you a chance to make the most tokens while the token price is at its lowest, right? So you get a $249 sale, which comes in on the 3rd day. What would that be? $249 Okay, we take that times 0.2.
Let's say $50 roughly.
Okay, let me hold on. I'm trying to do this right. So we got $249 divided by 0.2, right?
No.
No, that's not right. What am I doing wrong?
It's-
Brian, you're the math dude. You figure this out. How many tokens would it be?
It's $50, and then at 20 cents, that would be 250 tokens.
250 tokens. There you go, Brian, the math wizard.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty cool. You know, you can earn a lot of tokens really fast. And I'll tell you what, you guys are going to look back on this time when we're $5, $10 a token, and eventually 20, 30, 40, $50 a token. And you're going to look back and go, man, you remember when we were earning like 25-cent tokens and 30-cent tokens and 50-cent tokens? You remember that? That was freaking awesome, man. What an incredible time it was to be a part of Sosana, because you can earn so many more tokens early on as the price is lower, right? I just want you guys to be thinking about that. Put that in your mindset, because now is the best time. You know, this is a very unique time right now. The hurry up and wait game is coming to an end real soon. And I know a lot of you guys have been sitting on your hands waiting, which is fine. I understand that. You know, thinking, well, I don't want to bring in people just so they got to wait. I get it. We're getting so close now that once we get through the Thanksgiving holiday, it's like all systems go. I'm telling you, I really feel that. I feel like that's where we're at. So I hope you guys are getting a good update from that, if that makes sense to you. Is there any questions that anybody has about anything right now? Let's look at the Telegram and see if anybody has any questions right now.
Nope.
Hey, Mark, while you're looking for
Just
questions,
gotta
can I
wait.
comment on something real quick?
Go for it.
Because I just want to explain like two things. One is, when we talk about this back and forth process, and we talk about these guys popping up, and they'll say, well, hey, there's potentially this vulnerability. What happens is, you know, our developers submit code to do what we want it to do. We say, hey, we want the voting mechanism to work like this. We want the affiliate program to work like this. They write the code for it. They test that code, say, yep, it does what we want it to do, and they submit it in. And the job of the auditor is to go through in detail and figure out if there's anything there that could potentially be exploited. Not will be exploited, maybe not even likely to be exploited, but potentially could be exploited. And then and exploited meaning some super savvy hacker who stumbles across the wrong information at the right time, but could somehow figure out a way to break into your contract where you have your tokens at. And then they come back and they say, guys, these are some potential things. They're low risk, medium risk, high risk, whatever. And we want you to figure out a way to write the code in a different way. Still does what you want it to do, but gets rid of this potential vulnerability. Now, when you do that and you're writing code for some of this stuff, you are changing some of the other code and how it interacts. So now you can fix exactly what they said. You send it back and it's like, oh man, unfortunately, the way that you guys corrected point number A has created a separate point number B now. Okay, so it's a back and forth thing. But here's the deal: we don't want to launch just because of, you know, we're impatient and we want to go. Mark and I want to go, but we don't want to go in any environment where there is even the smallest, most minute chance that we're going to wake up one morning and find out that some superstar hacker got into our wallet and cleaned it out, or got into the contract and emptied out the commissions or anything like that. So that's what this back and forth process is about. And the other thing is this: is the timeline Mark gave you is to say that you know, we expect to know, you know, either Friday or maybe as late as Monday, that okay, it's back, it's good, it's whatever. Now we're inserting an entire week, so if anything comes back and says, oh man, it's just this one other little thing you have to change, we can change that, fix that during the holiday week when most people that are in the US are like, we don't want to launch them because it's not going to, you know, we're not going to be able to be focused and attention. Our developer team and the auditing team are not in the US, which means that holiday means nothing to them. So they're working that whole week. So we're going to be working and going back and forth, you know, taking whatever time we need to away from family, whatever, to make sure it's done so that we could be prepared to launch on that week of December 1. So I just want everybody to understand that we're kind of inserting a period of time where we don't have to assume everything goes right. Even if stuff goes wrong, we've still got time to kind of address it and fix it. But instead of you guys coming on these calls every day, just waiting to hear it's today, this is the best update that we can provide you with. So with that said, man, hopefully there's enough time to see what's up with the questions.
Yep. So Colby is asking, we are 75 days into the 6-month cliff. So are we extending the timeline for the cliff and core team, or are we sticking to the date of the launch? We're extending it so that, like our cliff period hasn't really started yet, Colby. So just so you know that. So yeah, that's a great question if you're wanting to know more about the tokenomics. And we're having conversations about extending it even more. So we're just I'm not going to give you any, that's going to be a Dave question, but I can just tell you it hasn't started. So hopefully that answers that at least.
And he said, and the core team.
Yeah, the core team is still going to get their tokens at the point when, like, our day one literally starts when we fix the harvest contract.
Which we haven't gotten them yet.
We haven't gotten any. I'm just saying, we have not gotten any team tokens yet.
Yes.
Yeah, that's another thing we're like, but honestly,
it doesn't matter how many days we are, right? We haven't gotten anything.
And that doesn't matter to us anyway, because it's not like we're going to want to sell any tokens for 20 cents. I mean, ridiculous. Anyway, so we don't care. We don't really. It doesn't mean anything to us. So we haven't gotten any team tokens. We don't care about it right now. Definitely not our goal. Not the most important thing in our minds. Yep. So great question, Colby. I'm glad you asked that. Maybe some people might have had that question and haven't asked it. Let's see. Dawn is asking, can we swap Sosana for Solana and Phantom in order to then swap for the winning token? Yeah, you can do whatever you want to. I wouldn't recommend that, but that's if that's what you have to do, of course you can. Whatever it takes to get Solana in your Phantom to purchase the winning token, yes, you can do that. But this is what I want to caution people about. Brian has gone over the 3 points of criteria that you look at to really discover and understand whether we're at that tipping point, right? That tipping point where you're like, okay, this is the right token, the right market cap, the right amount in the DGen wallet. What number am I as far as buying this token? Because you're going to go to their chart and look at it. You should be looking at their order flow and going, okay. And I can't give you the advice to tell you, yes, you need to buy the token. I can't say whether you should or shouldn't, right? But that's going to be your decision at that point. So just keep that in mind. Let's see here. Yeah, Keith kind of answered my question too a little bit. Good job, Keith. Yep. Yeah, and don't worry about the cliff, Colby. We're talking about it. We are definitely going to extend it, I think. I mean, it's just something I've talked with David about a while back, several weeks. We're like, based on that, the way everything's rolling out, what we think we should do, yeah, don't worry about the cliff. We're on top of it, we know it's a concern, and we definitely want to make sure that it comes out at the right time. So no worries, buddy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, oh yeah, and we know that, Colby. We want to get it into a position where we pair it with Solana tokens anyway, so that it doesn't affect the price at all. Just so you know that, Colby. So I don't want you to be thinking it's going to dilute the price anyway at this point. That's the way I understand it. I'm no expert on it either. So, but anyway, anybody else have any other kind of questions right now that we want to get into? Here's what I want you guys to consider in the meantime. I'm going to be putting together an overview for tomorrow. So tomorrow night, bring your friends. If you want people to get really excited about the Sosana vision, bring them to this call, because I'm going to be bringing it. Trust me. I'm going to be talking about everything that needs to be talked about. And once I get going, usually I'm pretty good. So bring them. Bring them on, because this is the time. And I got this vision down, man. I've been thinking about this. You guys don't realize I've been thinking about this for, I don't know, well, like 10 months now. This vision has developed for 10 months, and I'm going to be letting it all out tomorrow night. So bring your friends, bring people. Even if they're already in, bring them anyway. Everybody show up to this call tomorrow night. We are going to record it, but make sure that you show up and bring your friends with you. The bigger our calls get, the more momentum we have too. Remember that too. And it's on you guys. You guys are the community. You guys are the ones who are going to grow this community. And it's really going to be up to you, because we're going to do our part. We're going to bring the mechanism. We're going to bring everything that was supposed to be brought. And it's really going to be up to you guys to expose this to the masses in the beginning. We are going to do marketing on our side. Don't get me wrong. We are. There's a lot of plans when it comes to marketing, and we're going to be doing that for sure, because that's part of what the taxes go to, right? 0.5% goes to pure marketing. And so those things will be coming out and developing as well, but that's also more of David's department too. So any other questions at all?
Round robin.
Yeah, round robin will play a part of that eventually, Kim, for sure. No doubt. No questions. You guys are easy tonight. That's it? No questions?
More questions.
Don't make one up if you don't have one. It's okay.
Yeah, that.
Call schedule for next week should be the same as it is every week, Colby.
No, because
Oh, yeah. Duh.
yeah. So
Right.
probably no call on Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, that's right. We will not do calls on Wednesday and Thursday. There's no reason to. People will be traveling. It's going to be Thanksgiving time. And I love Thanksgiving. I mean, Thanksgiving is one of my favorites. At the Ross house.
Family, man. Football family, 3 hours.
Oh my gosh. Football. And my Chiefs are playing too. Like, I get.
Oh, man. Oh.
And now I'm not real happy with the Chiefs, so let's not go there, Brian. Okay, let's not go with the Chiefs. But I love the fact that they're playing. But the thing is, I just love the time. I mean, I'm sure everybody thinks this, but we make some of the best food. And the family and just seeing people that you don't see every day, and, spending more time with my dad, who's getting old. I mean, my dad's 80 years old now, and my mom's gone. And it's never the same without my mom, but we have a good time on Thanksgiving, and I'm looking forward to it. So I ain't going to be around. I can promise you that. Might even have me some peanut butter pancakes in the morning on Thanksgiving.
Nice.
What's a cliff and why is it a concern? The cliff is the period where there's this space between the time that we launched to when tokens actually start coming out into circulation from the supply go into the liquidity pool, which we're doing that, obviously. I mean, look, there's a lot of reasons you do that, and I'm not the expert. David knows more about that than I do. But part of the reason is that, if we just made every single token available for purchase, there'd be people with way too many tokens all at once. It'd be all concentrated, right? So what a company typically does in their tokenomics is they bring those tokens into circulation slowly so that more and more people will get access to it at a slower rate, so that there isn't this huge concentration. And it's ironically, people think that, based on some of the statistics, like if you just go to some of the little tools that people use, rug checkers and all that stuff, they're like, oh, look, the top 10, 90, hold 93% of the tokens. So that's an ironic thing, right? Because those tokens that it thinks people are holding are actually not even in circulation, because they're still sitting in an owner's wallet that hasn't been officially locked yet, which will be locked soon. Like, that's going to happen because it's when that distribution begins. So that'll go away. That little warning will be gone. All these things are coming to fruition. It's all going to come out in the wash, and everything's going to work the way it should. But I just got to remind people too, people that go to these rug checkers and they're looking at this stuff, that what that stuff was made for? It was made for teams that aren't fully doxxed, where you don't even know who the founder is. You don't know, like, you have no idea who these people are, so they could just run off with your money whenever they want to, right? They can just take off and you'll never hear from them again because you don't know who they were in the first place. That's what tools like that are for. They're not for great projects like Sosana, where you know who we are, we're transparent, we show up on Zoom calls Monday through Thursday, and we're fully doxxed, where we live. I mean, it's not like that here. So you don't have to really pay attention to tools like that as much. And don't worry though, we're going to get all that fixed anyway. Hopefully that makes sense, Michael. Yep, good, Puff, and I'm glad you like that. There's those pancakes, Lori, but I don't see any peanut butter on those pancakes. It's funny. We'll have to make some little emojis. But you know what? Maybe I'll have a little avatar character of me eating peanut butter pancakes. I can probably get my little creator guy to do that. Do you guys like that little avatar character and think we should do a few more videos with stuff like that? And by the way, I want you guys to know that I completed the Telegram security video. It's about 7 minutes long. And I want it to be in the welcome message of everybody that comes in. And so I want it to be a link that's like, until we get rid of Telegram. Eventually, we're just going to get rid of Telegram, and we're going to have kind of our own Telegram, our own, custom Sosana community kind of chat group, right? And everybody's going to be chatting in that. And what's beautiful is, yes, people, I want to make sure you guys understand this, because I was talking to David about this today. People can come into our community that have not been KYC'd. That can happen, but they can't do any kind of private messaging. They can't reach out to you. There's nothing they can do. All they can do is observe, basically. They can't really do anything. And that we wanted them to be able to do that so that everyone would have access to what we're doing and see what we're doing, but not have access to you guys. So you guys will be protected. And until a person goes through KYC, they're not going to step up and get access to all the abilities of being able to go into chats and talk to people and send direct messages and stuff like that. So you guys will never have the concern, and nor will, most importantly, your people that you bring in who aren't crypto savvy and brand new to crypto. They're going to come into that safe place and they're not going to get scammed. You know, it's a beautiful place, right? So we're creating that. You're going to be able to upload pictures. Good question, Israel. I haven't even thought about that. I'm sure you probably will, though. Being KYC and everything, we're going to have a trusted community in there. So, yeah, you probably will be able to. Because, I mean, it's not going to be hard to kick you out if we don't like them. Let's see here. It'd be cool if we had the ability to create group chats for our teams, too. Yes, you are going to be able to do that. You're going to be able to create group chats for your teams. Yes, T, you will be able to do that. That's going to be a neat thing that you'll have access to as part of it. KYC won't, there's no relevancy to KYC at all, Ellsworth, until we go live with the paid system and the voting and everything. So, but the KYC is worked out. Yeah, it's already ready. We just got to push the button when it's time. It's a third party company that's doing it called, what's it called, Brian? Some sub. Yeah, I get that backwards.
Yeah, KYC.
Yeah, it is, and that's so, and it should be a real quick process too for people. Any other questions at all, guys? Are you guys ready for a killer overview tomorrow night?
Ready,
'Cause
bro.
I'm gonna bring it, man.
Bring it. I'll try to get some people on.
I'm looking forward to it. It's a labor of love. I love talking about it. Sosana is the easiest thing I've ever sold in my life when I talk about it. I want you guys to bring your friends, okay? Don't forget to bring your friends to tomorrow night's call. Let's pack these calls, because from here on out, between now and let's just say Monday and Tuesday of next week, and then we have the break, and then we come back. I mean, at some point, Dave's going to come on, and he's going to probably give you guys the scoop and tell you an official hard date and all that stuff. But until that happens, between now and the time, I want you guys to be ready and pack these calls. You know, the bigger the calls get, the faster we'll grow, and that's what we need to do. So just bring them on, guys. Let's start tomorrow. And after saying that, I'll probably screw it all up, but that's okay. You guys won't know. But no, it should be a great call, I hope. And you know, let's just bring as many people as we can. But no matter how many people are there, I'm going to give it my best and try to bring you guys the best presentation I can. And if you guys have any suggestions, I don't have an ego about it. So you guys I'm always open to suggestions. If you want to DM me suggestions after the fact to say, hey, Mark, you know, I really liked your presentation, or I thought it sucked, whatever. And here's something you could do better or whatever. I mean, I love ideas. I love it because I've gotten good ideas from some of you already that have told me things that have made me go, oh, yeah, that would be great. That's a good idea. So just talking to Keith and T. Lamont earlier today about an idea that Keith had, and I agreed with him. I said, yeah, you're absolutely right. So I'm glad we had that call. I love suggestions. So just know that that's what we're here to do. And I know that, well, I'm not even going to make any, I'm not going to try to make any kind of predictions about what may or may not happen. I'm just excited about it. And whatever happens, we're going to keep showing up and we're going to build momentum and we're going to get to critical mass and then we're going to explode. And that's just what's going to happen.
That's it.
To me, it's inevitable. It's just win. So great having you guys on. Brian, anything you want to add?
No, man, that's it, man. A great update. You know, it's gonna be. You and I are gonna be working really hard for the next week and a half. You know, but I hope everybody else is enjoying themselves. I hope they take your advice too and pack the call up tomorrow.
Yeah,
you're gonna crush it, man. So definitely a time to start getting new people excited about this concept and this idea, and getting themselves in position to be able to roll out. Because you make a good point. Right at the beginning is when you're going to be able to get the tokens and all your rewards with the token at the cheapest possible price. So you will get more tokens. So massive token accumulation should be your attitude. You know, a month from now, 6 months from now, you'll have the same reward of 20%, right? But it'll be less tokens because the token price has gone up. But if you're accumulating as many tokens as you can right now and you hold them, those tokens will go up in value too. So that's one of the secrets of how people actually make a ton of money in the crypto space.
Yeah.
So just something for people to think about to make sure they're on top of.
Absolutely. Because think about it, guys. Once we get to that point where we do hit that tipping point, I would say between now and the time we hit that tipping point is going to be your absolute best chance to accumulate as many Sosana tokens as you can. And not that you'd want to stop at that point, but once the ship sails and we hit that tipping point, we start moving markets, like people are noticing us, we're going to go viral. And then when we go viral, it's like boom, 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 right? So get it while the getting's good. Not that the getting won't still be good, but there's no time like the present. So take advantage. I hope you guys do. And we will see you guys here back tomorrow night. See y'all later.
All right, guys, that's it. So 2 more weeks, I guess. That's all right, man. We used to say, what we used to say, measure twice, cut once. All right, guys, I'll be on tomorrow at 9 a.m., right? Live trading. We're up 910 pips already this week, guys. So come and join us and grab some of these pips. And tomorrow night I'll be back on the Sosana call. So with that, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, guys. Have a blessed night, man. You know, have a great night on purpose. God bless you guys. Thanks for stopping by. See you tomorrow, guys. Cheers.